All right, welcome to Smokey Approved Korea. I'm your boy journalist, and on this one, we are doing what I would call follow-up work. We just listened to Sugar's interlude off of Halsey's project. We just listened to that one song. If you guys want me to listen to a Halsey album, I will, but not like I don't like respect her music, but just I've never like sat down to listen to Halsey's album, which I don't know why I haven't. Now that I'm talking about it, because I'm like I actually do like her voice, and the lyrics I've heard from her I respect. So I'm like, I don't know why I've never really sat down to do that. But that's neither here nor there. We're here to listen to Halsey talk about, well, I guess it's just called Halsey To Yoongi. So I don't know what this is about. I believe it's just comments on how she felt about working with him on the interlude, and that's what this is for. So if that is how this lines up, then I will be dropping this video and Sugar's interlude video on the same day to kind of just make it a more cohesive drop for that day. But yeah, thank you for joining me. Please hit that like and subscribe. Patreon's in the description, and let's get into this one.
Really add something to it.
Ooh,
It's
this
very you.
quality is potato. Still potato, so it's not my computer.
Really add something to it. It's very
Yeah.
you. Working with Sugar's interlude.
Yeah.
Whenever the two of you have these fan bases and come together, everyone thinks that it's just this back room, boardroom trade.
No.
And you can tell that it's super genuine.
You know, I met them in person for the first time, and then I hung out with them a couple times on a bunch of different occasions, just wanting to get to know them and understand them on a personal level.
Yeah.
We weren't even talking about doing a collaboration, but I think we all kind of always knew we wanted to do one. And then the guys were like, we want Halsey on the album. And I was like, of course, you know, and we came together to do Boy With Love, and it was really incredible because it was, I think, the last song that anyone would have expected.
Because you guys know so much about their process, did she do it for the love, or did they cut her a check to do, is it Butter? I don't think it's Butter. Whatever song they have together. Did she do it for the love, or did they cut her a check? And then if they did cut her a check, was it, because there's certain situations when you're signed to a label that like you could work with your homeboy, but like say I'm also at a label, I'm working on an album at the same time, and I want to work with my mans, and while working on my album, because I have to spend this money making this album, my man's has to get paid. So do you take your normal artist rate, or do you take just a smaller percentage? Well, you get the same percentage, but do you take like a smaller upfront fee than normal because we're boys? Like, what is the situation with this? Because if it was all for the love, that's even better. That's the way I want it to be when people do like actual features. They're like, oh, I love that person. Don't take any goddamn money then. Eat on the back end like you were a starving artist from day one if you really love him and like the music like that. But then I also understand sometimes contractually the way that some of these artists are signed to these labels, I can't work for free blood. Can I work for smaller than I normally would? Sure. But can I work for free? That's just not possible no more. So that's why I'm like, I'm curious to see how that collaboration as far as the paperwork goes, if anybody knows.
Expected us to do, seeing as they have some really dark stuff in their catalog, and so do I. And it was fun, and it was a really, you know, awesome experience for both of us. It was this cultural, it was a historical moment. And so I had spent time with them, and I'd gotten to know a lot of them on an individual level. You know what I mean? Like, I know their hobbies and their tastes and what sense of humor like they have, and
Yeah,
like
the homies.
yeah, which joke's gonna land with one of them and which joke's not gonna land with another, and like, you know. I started exploring some of their solo music a little bit more, and with Suga, I got into August D, which is his solo project, and I was looking up lyric translations, and I was blown away. I was like, this stuff is so introspective. The content is about mental health and his inner turmoil, and he's a really quiet guy in real life, and I was just like moved. And, you know, RM, Namjoon, and I are really good friends. And, you know, and there's some of the other guys that have like singing voices that are kind of similar to mine, that are like airier and a little softer. And it's like, Suga probably was the last member of BTS that anyone would have expected me to collaborate with. And the one whose lyrical approach I felt the most connected to. And I knew I had to have him be a part of this record. I knew that he would get what it feels like to be manic, to be introspective.
One of the most beautiful piano lines on the record as well. Really add.
All right. I appreciate the fact that on an artistic level, she understood that for the message that I'm trying to get across, for the record I'm trying to put together today, this is the person that I would like to work with. And it's those moments when people are constructing records and actually able to like reach a hand out and get a person to get on the song. Those are the moments that I respect the particular artist, so we'll say Halsey in this case, for having the bravery and then also the artistic understanding of what she wanted to get done, to reach out to Sugar to get this song done, because that song is actually really goddamn good. It's a really good song. I'm terrible like sometimes with song names, especially after I've just done the song. What's the hell song? It's called Sugar's Interlude. I've been saying it bare times already. I thought I had another name. But hearing that song and then the way her lyrics play against the things that Sugar's talking about just makes it something that to me is a song as an artist that really resonates with a good message. And when I say good message, I don't mean like the message is like a positive one, just more so like it's a well done message delivered. Like I understand what we're talking about in the gravity of the circumstances that these individuals are in and what they're speaking about. So that's more so kind of what I took from the record. But yeah, that's gonna be it for me on this one. Again, if you guys want to check out more Halsey, I'm happy to. Like again, like her and Khalid on East Side with Benny Blanco. Like, please give me a whole album of that. I'll never stop praising that song. It's so good. But yeah, that's gonna be it for me. Please hit that like, subscribe, Patreon, and all that. And I'll see you on the next one. I'm out of here. Peace.